Welcome back everybody, welcome back to another South Coast Dangler YouTube video. So today we are at one of my, probably one of my most favourite marks. As you can tell, things are blowing around, it's pretty windy. We've got about 25 to 30 mile an hour winds today. So we come to Sandy Point because the wind is going to be behind us. We are at low tide now. As you can see, it looks flat calm, but I can tell you, out at sea, it is rough. So we're here today just in the hopes of any sort of fish, to be honest. Haven't got any real main targets. We've got a variation of baits. We've got black lug, we've got squid, and we've also got some ragworm, which Matt has picked up from George earlier this morning. So perfect baits for this mark. As you can see, we are just about to set up, and hopefully it's going to be a good day, guys. I'll show you the rigs once I've got the rod set up. We'll go through the rigs, show you what I'm using today, and show you some of the baiting up. So yeah, happy days, guys. We're down at the beach in our happy place, hopefully going to catch some fish. I love doing this daytime winter fishing. It's absolutely lovely. So much better than being on the beach at night time in the dark and the cold, catching whiting and dogfish. It's just not that fun. But yeah, we're down here today in the daytime, doing a bit of daytime filming. I love it. Let's crack on, get the rod set up and see what we can catch. Right guys, first of all, I want to introduce you to my new reel. We picked up a second-hand Achios fire loop, which is in pristine condition. I was after another fixed ball reel, so this is perfect for the Achios rod. It's got the nice red of the rod as well in the reel, so it matches absolutely perfect with the Hellraiser. So I'm really happy with that. I haven't used it yet, so I can't jinx it. But we brought this second hand off Stuart, the Sweet Corn Kid. So big shout out to Stuart. He has got another one, so if I like it, I might even buy the other one. But yeah, anyway, back to the rigs. We're going to start off with a 2-hook clip down rig. I mean, it's not clipped down at the moment, but we've got ragworm baits on there for the first cast, just while our other baits defrost a little bit on the 2-hook clip down sea weights rig. I'll clip it down so you guys can see it. Don't overly need to clip down rigs here because you're not casting out very far. But these clip down lovely. No hassle at all. There we go. And now we've got a nice streamlined bait to send out into the water. We're going to go get this out. Probably go chuck it about 40-50 yards. And hopefully we catch something nice today. I'm quite intrigued about this place actually because there is a lot of sand, and I've been talking to people and I think there's going to be some place, maybe dabs and flounders here, so we'll see. There's plenty coming out elsewhere. Let's get this rod out and get the other one set up. Right, so the second rig on the multiplier rod, it's only any fish anywhere foreign bait rod with a multiplier on it. And we've got a 1-hook clip down rig, just with a small black lug bait for the moment. And a lovely attractant sea weights lead there. Hopefully it does a business, fingers crossed. So there we go guys, 2 rods out, fishing at Sandy Point down Hayling Island. So I've got the multiplier on the left and the fixed ball on the right. Fingers crossed we can get some fish today. You can only fish this mark on a Neap low tide. So if you are thinking of coming down here, I use the Royal Navy tide times for Portsmouth. And at the bottom it shows the percentage of spring tide it is. and you always want to come down to Sandy Point when it's 20% or less, well maybe 30% or less spring tide, and you should be able to fish a few hours here. So we're going to sit back, watch the rods guys, and hopefully get a few bites and get into a few fish. So I'll give you a little tour of where we are. So over to our right you've got the entrance to Chichester Harbour, and out here there is loads of sandbars. There's one channel that comes through, and then over the back there's sandbars, and all the way through the middle here there are also sandbars. I don't know if you can see that one out there, but normally that's a lot more exposed than that, but today we've got a very small tide, so it's perfect for Sandy Point. So we're probably fishing about 2/3 of the way to the green post, and that's where the big hole is, out here in front of the lifeboat station. We're fishing by the red post at the moment. We normally fish a bit further down in the summer for the smooth hounds, but this is where we are today. Hopefully it produces. I've had a few bass out of here before, so we could pick one of those up, but unfortunately at the moment you can't take them home, because we are on a bass ban. But yeah, we've got Fisherman Matt over there, also recording a video of today's session, so if you haven't already, please head over and subscribe to Fisherman Matt, and we'll all be friends. Happy days. Beautiful day. So I don't really show you guys a lot of my gear, but this is what we're using today. We've got a Ambassador 6500 CT Sports Mag. I need to get some more line on that, because we did have a snap off, and that's paired up with the Any Fish Anywhere 4 and bait rod. But it's got a lovely tip on that. And it's got a nice tip, but only the first half is pretty stiff and the rest is pretty nice. And the other rod we're using today is a Achios Hellraiser SS420, paired up with the Achios fire loop. Look at that, what a lovely reel. I like this reel. The only thing I'm not too sure on is the small handle, but we shall see how we get on with it. We might get on well with it, but we shall see. This Hellraiser is probably one of my go-to rods. It's a brilliant all-round rod. I mean, it hasn't faltered me yet. I've caught double-figure smooth hounds on it, double-figure rays, all sorts. It's a brilliant all-round rod. If that's what you want to get, guys, get one of them. Cracking rod for the money. But yeah, we're gonna crack on, sit back, wait for a few bites, and hopefully they come. Happy days. So these are the baits we're using today. Ooh. Got a lovely bit of ragworm from George as always. And in here we got some frozen black lugworm. I mean, they're not the biggest black lug, but they shall do us for today's session. I only normally use small bits of black lug anyway. And also we've got a bit of frozen squid in there. So yeah, happy days. There's our base camp, the lovely Shakespeare salt. It's been unbelievable for me. Yeah, sweet. Our friend Fisherman Matt UK.
I'm not your friend. We're not friends.
And he's not a UK anymore, he's just Fishing with Matt.
Hello.
Sponsoring Premier Fish merch. Check out Premier Fish. I'm giving all the shout outs today. But yeah, let's bring on the fish. So while we're waiting for a few bites, I'll just talk a little bit about Sandy Point. In the summer, it is a cracking location for the smooth hounds. And you do get the tope come through here as well. Matt had tope in the harbour, but we was in the Sibs just a bit, well, a lot further up the harbour actually. And he had a tope of, I think it was 35 pound. So yeah, there are some big fish in here. There's also a few videos on YouTube of some guys catching the tope off the shore here. But you do also get big bass, you get some nice smooth hounds. I mean, this is probably my favourite spot in the summer for the smooth hounds. It is absolutely cracking. You can probably get a fish nearly every cast, smooth hound fishing down here in the summer. It's probably one of my favourite spots to come. And also, during the day, you can catch the smooth hounds and it's a quiet beach. So, it's happy days all round. The only downfall to Sandy Point is the walk. You've got to park quite far away to walk down here, but as long as you can do the walk, you're all right. I've got a video on my channel of the ins and outs of like where to park, when to fish it, how to fish it, all of that on my channel. So if you haven't checked it out, check it out. It's got all the information in there you need to fish down here. But this is a lovely venue. It's always quiet, which I like. You just come down here, relax. There's no traffic. There's not many boats that come through here. It's just fabulous. That's it. All we've got to do now is just catch a few fish. I will be putting out a bigger squid bait later. I have had a couple of bass down here on double squid baits. And I might even see if I can find a bit of limpet on the beach or some shellfish on the beach. Have a look around, see what we can find. But you don't really seem to get a lot on this beach in terms of washed up shellfish because it's so protected from the wind. It never really gets rough. I don't think I've ever seen it rough down here. But as you can see, it is flat calm down here. Absolutely like a mill pond. Even with a 30-mile-an-hour wind behind us. Yeah, happy days. Let's catch some fish. You can expect to catch during the day in the winter, dogfish, whiting, pout, maybe congers, bass, maybe small smooth hounds like the little baby ones, gurnards, stuff like that. All the normal winter species you can get down here. But in the summer, obviously, you get the big smooth hounds, big tope, and you get a lot of bream down here as well. So the first rod's been out for about 15 minutes. We've had a couple of bites on it already, and we've had a couple of bites on the other rod as well. So we're just going to bring this in and check it, see what the situation is. Could be a little bit of weight on there. I reckon we might get a few whiting today. You never know. This place could throw up something special today. Have we got anything? No. That one came in empty. But it's pretty clear that the ragworm's been pretty munched, so I'm glad I checked that. We'll get some more rag on there. More ragu. And get it back out, guys. It's a good sign. So we're already a few casts in. The baits are getting stripped pretty much every cast. Oh, there we go. We've got a bite on the right hand rod. Straight away. I've just cast it in. But yeah, we're getting bites every cast. Baits are getting stripped, but I think there's a lot of small whiting out there in a minute. Hopefully we can get into something in a minute, something nice and big. There's a bend in the rod. Here we go, so the first fish to fall to our rods is a little tiny whiting. He saves the blank, but we want something better than this. Let's get him back. So I just pulled in the other rod, and again, another little whiting. I'm not going to show you all of these that we're catching today, because we'll probably get quite a few. But yeah, another little whiting, the humble whiting of the south coast. So I've opted to put a whole squid on the next rig. It's only a size 1.0, but they're only small squid. Still got a bit of worm on there as well. If I just leave it on there, why not? We're gonna get this chucked out, probably get it chucked about 30 yards out, just into the gully, over the edge. See if we can pick out maybe a bass or something. You can't keep them this time of year. You gotta put them back, but yeah, let's get it out. So I've literally just put that whole squid bait out on the right hand rod, and it's getting bites already. The left hand rod's getting taps as well. So I think we've got a few whiting around the baits at the minute. They probably won't bite now I've got the camera on them. You know what it's like. Turn the camera on, they don't bite. Hopefully that squid bait doesn't get wasted on a whiting. A few taps on the left hand rod. There you go, another one. We've probably got a whiting on there. bring it in and have a look. Let's go have a look at our left hand rod. It's gone a bit quiet now, so we've either got fish on there or the bait's been stripped. Bit of weight there. Could be a dogfish. Could be a dogfish. Quite a lot of weight. Either that or weed or a couple whiting. You don't know. It's gone slightly light now. Maybe a gripper was pulling in. It's gone very light now. And it's one whiting. Ah, it's a little bass. Hey, second species. Tiny little bass. Look at that. Beautiful. Let's get him back. Hope you can see him all right. Perfection. So a little update. It's pretty slow, to be fair. I've had a few more whiting probably since I reported back. Still getting a few tippy tappies, but I think it's just whiting, to be honest. We haven't seen any real signs of any better fish. But there's a bit of tide coming through now, so maybe we'll bring the fish in. I'm sure there'll be some bigger fish coming into the harbour to shelter from these winds, because it is pretty windy. I mean, where we are now is fairly windy and it's protected, but I can see out at sea there's a lot of white horses and it looks pretty rough, to be fair. Yeah, we'll keep plowing away for another, I think, 2 hours. We'll probably be here till darkness, and then we'll be heading home. Probably stop off on the way back home for a couple of pints, chill out, and then try again another day. But we've still got 2 hours, so something nice can still come out. So it's still pretty quiet. We're not really getting a lot, to be honest. Now that tide started to pick up, there's no fish biting really. The baits were getting stripped. I've just brought in a crab, so that's good. I'm just going to put another squid bait out there on the old 1-hook clip down rig. See if we can't get anything. But yeah, it's very slow today, very slow. Even the whiting have gone off the feed. So I don't know what's going on. Right, let's get this out. She's out there, still going down. There we go. She's on the bottom. Takes a long time to hit the bottom down here, but it's very important that you do. Otherwise, your lead will just drift off in the tide and you lose a lot of ground on the cast. Look what we just pulled out of the deep. Spider crab in the winter. I said this to Matt the other day. Oh yeah, I don't think you get spider crabs in the winter, but I caught one the other day, and we caught one now. Look at all the little bits of weed on him, all camouflaged. Look at that. They are pretty cool, to be fair. Can't get him to open. Oh well, let's get him back. Look at that. He's got a little tree growing off his head. Sweet. Right, we're going to have a look at this rod, have a little bait change. we're coming towards the end of our session. So we're hoping to get another fish or two. I don't know. Very slow. Very slow. Thought we would have had a lot more fish than this. Probably had about 5 whiting and 1 little bass. I'm surprised there's not more little bass around. Is that biting that rod? No. I'm surprised we haven't seen a dogfish today. And I'm surprised we haven't seen more bass. Because this mark does normally produce some nice bass. Oh well, can't win them all. Got some lovely baits. Right. Let's get a load of ragworm chucked on this. Seeing as we're slowly coming to the end of the session. There you go, there's a couple nice ragworm baits there. There's no reason why they shouldn't get a half decent fish on the end of the line. I really like this reel, to be fair. I think it was a good buy for 50 quid. It really does cast out nicely. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Came with a spare spool as well, using this shallow spool at the moment, and it's come with another deeper spool, which is already lined up with shock leader, so happy days. That's back out. Hopefully we'll be able to see a fish. Nice big bass. Obviously the bass will be going straight back in because it's a closed season at the moment for the bass, to allow them to breed without being harmed. So a lot of the bass at the moment will be spawned up, ready to lay their eggs. So just remember that, guys, if you are going out fishing, you're not allowed to keep bass until I believe it's the 1st of April. I will correct myself if I'm wrong. But yeah, just nice to be out. Nice to be out. Right guys, so we're on our last cast. It looks like Matt's caught me. Yeah, Matt's caught me, so I'm gonna have to go and attend that. But we're on our last cast, so just about to bring the rods in. If we get a fish, we'll show you. If not, I'll come say goodbye. We'll go have a look at these. We might have a fish on, who knows? Well guys, the last cast has produced. It's not going to be any Sea Angler record or make the Sea Angler magazine, but we have caught another whiting. Yay! Happy days! So yeah, last cast, little whiting. It wasn't the best session at all, but it was a lovely day out. Nice to get out, fish in the daytime and get out of that horrible 30-mile-an-hour wind we got right now. But that's going to be the end of the video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed this little video. I enjoyed my day out, so that's all that matters. But as always, guys, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and we shall see you in the next one. Good night. Bye.